How's it going, everyone? My name is Trev Barnes, and today we're going to be taking a dive into the brand new Infinity Bass by Slate Digital. Low-end processing is one of those things that even skilled producers can still struggle with. So let's see how and if this plugin can make a big difference in the mixing process. Before we begin, I would like to mention that I am not being paid or represented by Slate Digital, although it would be nice because I do support and recommend many of their products. So with that being said, all impressions of this plugin are 100% my own. Let's go ahead and take a closer look at Infinity Bass. Now, this plugin is included with Slate's All Access Pass, where you get all of their plugins for only $10 a month. So far, it's an interestingly simple interface, which if you know me, I'm all about simplistic controls and features. So this is the bass sound that we're going to be using. So these are the default settings when you first open up the plugin. Let's go ahead and adjust the amount, turn that up, see how that affects anything. I don't really hear any major differences just yet. It does feel like the signal is a little tighter, but it's like very minor differences. Let's go ahead and start playing with the frequency. From my understanding of what the frequency knob does, it generates subharmonic frequencies to kind of give the bass a little push. So let's go ahead and start adjusting that. Oh, there it is. So it looks like this plugin does offer a really neat feature to where we can just hit the listen button and only hearing the low end contrast. So this is our plugin already. And then let's just listen to what it's adding. And just to hear the difference again, that's off and on. All right, let's go ahead and play with the character knob. It seems like this is a tone balance knob. If I drag it all the way to the left, it takes a lot of that high end out. And if I drag it all the way to the right, we get a lot more mid highs. We also have these 4 different tones: punchy, warm, deep, and fade. Look how it moves the stars in the background. That's so cool. So we started off in punchy. I'm just going to click through each one. So that one sounds like it's making an octave. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that there's like a very subtle octave under it. All right, let's listen to deep. I had to bring it down pretty significantly because we were clipping. So I'm not a big fan that there's that much of a volume difference between warm and deep. I mean, just to make sure I'm not crazy, let me go back between punchy and deep. So we're sitting at 4.2. And yeah, we're clipping immediately. So this one also sounds like it's doing an octave. But again, the volume discrepancy is a little annoying. And then last one, let's hear phased. So this one's interesting. Let's listen to it on and then bypassed. It almost doesn't really sound like it's adding any bass, more so controlling it. So I think if you're having something that's struggling with a lot of low end, then the phased mode might be good. I think my favorite of all the modes is definitely punchy. Having that deep controlled subharmonic, I think is something that a lot of producers, myself including, have kind of a hard time controlling and finding. I definitely think deep needs some improvement, again, with the major volume discrepancy. But keep in mind, my frequency is set to 106, which that can be a very loud frequency if you just adjust it a tiny bit. So I don't think that the deep one is meant to have an amount of 100%. I think that one's meant to more so be used a little more subtly. But overall, I think this is honestly a great plugin. Like I said, I'm a very big fan of simplified controls. I think it has a really unique and interesting interface. But more importantly, I think it can get the job done in the context of a mix. Now, me personally, I would definitely use this over singular instruments versus putting it on a bus, because I can easily see this plugin, if you put it on your stereo out, you might lose some of that low end control just because of how simple this plugin is structured. But overall, I think it's great. So those were my final thoughts on the Infinity Bass. I do hope I was able to give an accurate picture of this plugin, but of course, I do recommend you trying it for yourself. Slate Digital has a 30-day free trial, which I highly recommend trying out. Again, I use Virtual Mix Rack on literally every single one of my projects, and I'm sure that you'll find something that's worth paying $10 for a month as well. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you found it interesting or found it helpful, I do hope that you consider subscribing. If you are in need of mixing, mastering, custom production, instrumentation, or one-on-one production coaching, there's a form in the description that you can fill out for whatever you may be in need of. Thank you guys so much again for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.